Here we go. A brand new dawn, a brand new Hyrox season, and a brand new series of the men's doubles. It is now an Elite 15 race, and this guy right here broke some very exciting news that he's going to be racing with Alexander Ronchevich, the last world champion, the current defending world champion, Tim. Not too bad, eh? Are you guys going to do some damage?
Yes, of course. Our plan is to go hard as possible and then to hang out every other double.
Love it. Going as hard as possible, that's definitely going to put some fear into the minds of our other athletes competing, and it all goes down in the next 20 minutes. So get yourselves in your seats, hang on tight, because it's going to be one wild ride.
And with that, we're jumping into this doubles race. It's going to be wild, there is no doubt. This is going to be furious. Yellow card for Yannick Sabler and a red card for the Germans. Red card for the Germans.
The loose potter, as you know, men have a 10-second penalty.
Bit off a little. Oh, no red there. He cannot afford those. Tim Venus and Yannick Sabler, it is officially confirmed. They are the world champions.
Welcome to Hamburg. Welcome to the Elite 15 doubles. We are still at peak excitement, aren't we, gentlemen, after an unbelievable women's race, and now it all boils down to the men. And I think we might see some records broken here tonight. I'm delighted to be alongside Tiljank and Greg Williams from the Rocks Life. Gents, have you recovered from that exceptionally tense female finish?
Wow, it was super tense. For that third place, that finish there with the penalties coming into play, no reps, things like that, and that race across the line, super excited, brilliant racing.
But the answer is no, I have not recovered from that, honestly. No, I'm not kidding, it's still sinking in. That is, I do apologize for losing it up there on the balcony, but it was so exciting.
Let's take a little look at that start list though, because we've got some huge names lining up alongside one another. We've got the return of Jonathan Wynn and Graham Halliday into the Elite 15 doubles field for the very first time. We've got our last chance in many a race in Kieran Parkinson and Tony Revel out of the United Kingdom. They have been to so many races to try and make it here, and finally a roll down spot has allowed it to happen. But guys, we have got a podium fight on our hands this evening, and I feel like last night in the Elite 15 men, we got a sense of some who could really lay a mark across both types of format. And at the top of that list was a somewhat unexpected performance from Hidde Wiersma.
That was really incredible. Absolutely. I mean, the way he delivered, but if you have seen the after race interview, if not, again, shame on you. You know, it's been a very it's been a very emotional race for him. He's got his family here for the first time, and so he's got that extra motivation. Now he got this great result from yesterday, and is gonna, that pairing with Thierry, it's gonna be a lethal team, because we've seen Hidde has proven yesterday he doesn't have weaknesses anymore. Weaknesses that we were looking for, they were gone. And then you got Thierry as a partner who's so strong at every workout. He can jump any second that Hidde doesn't feel great. They're gonna be very strong today. With only just over 30 seconds remaining, you can see the tension, the excitement in the faces. Jerry Willenberg here with his double partner, Hidde Wiersma, who punched the tickets into individuals yesterday already. And Jake Williamson ready to put the herd on the run and the ERG workouts in the final seconds. It is time to take your seats, grab your popcorn, and enjoy what's about to go down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
And here we go, we're out. Tim Venus looking around, making sure Alex Ronchevich is there. This is the same start we've seen yesterday, and then very quickly we've seen the Ronk take the lead actually from Tim Venus. And here they go. Of course, they're gonna go out fast. They're gonna go out furious. There is no doubt. The big question is, how long can the competition stay with him on the run? And the second question is, how long is it going to take Hidde Versma to move up to the front?
3 spots are available.
How long they can hold on is an interesting question. And do they even want to try? Like, you've got Kieran Parkinson and Tony Revel there in second position.
We got 1 to finish on the 700
But yeah, everything's so close together. I mean, we've got Lawrence Peak there with Charlie Bottrell and Ollie Russell, of course. Only another 2 seconds down, so super strong run from those two as well. And I'm really excited to see them race here today, and I hope they got a great race. See how we just follow them through the race here, because I think they got so much potential.
Yeah, they have, and I think they're two that we might ultimately see specialise in doubles a little bit more. I think they've really had their eye on the Elite 15 doubles ever since last season. Less focus on the singles races, even though like you touched on, Charlie does race an awful lot. But I think this race in particular, they've had their eye on for a long time. They've been training specifically for this.
But look at that dominance on the skierg from Tim Venish and Alex Ronkovic, going off. Putting 50 meters on the skierg between them and the chasers behind only Williamson and Ploy. That is not a surprise. So everybody out off the skierg. They managed to escape the claws of Alex Ronkovic and Tim Venish without getting left quite yet. But they got Geoffrey Vanzin in their sights already.
Every factor is going to play a part tonight. Like the efficiency of their changeovers, we've seen in the women's race. Whether penalties come into it, that's going to play a part. How they even approach it. Do they play to each other's strengths on the stations? Do they understand if one partner's suffering, then that they can take more load for them? All those things will add up to seconds at the end of the race.
It's interesting to see how they approach the sled here right now. Tim Venish and Alex Ronkovic. So Tim just went in for like the first 3 or 4 meters, but apparently, to me, that's quite telling, and it says that Tim is feeling really strong in the run today. So he led the run, yet he started the workout.
Yeah, I did think that was a relatively quick changeover that they did, considering that like Alex did a whole length lane by himself last night to kick off the sled push. They've changed over quite often. Now, changeovers can happen relatively quickly in the doubles, so there's not necessarily a need to take on more than necessary. But yeah, that was quite quick.
But look at Jake Williamson right now. Those boys are moving the sled. They definitely close to get down a little bit.
Yeah, they're moving it very well.
They almost caught back up. So Alan Ploy going the entire lane there. Jake Williamson taking over again. Tim Venish, and Jake Williamson is moving the sled really well right now. This is another duel that could go down the route that you had with Russell and Bottrell just now, which is they might focus just more on the elite doubles and do incredibly well there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we're going to see that more and more with the Elite 15 doubles. I think the specialisation is going to be a major factor.
You see Kelly and Dearden, who were at 26 seconds, they're down to 15 now behind. So we got the top 7 teams within 20 seconds as we're looking at the replay of Tim Venish. So let's be honest, now the fun and the entertainment starts, because now we're going into penalty territory. Oh, but look at that. Look at the Dutchies. They're moving. They've moved past Jake Williamson and Alan Ploy, and they're really close to Tim Venish and Alex Ronkovic. So now we're going to see the different techniques again. Alex Ronkovic, who very much lives by the rule, you never drop the rope, all right? You got to keep it up. It makes you faster. And looks like they got the first warning already. So it's up to Tim Venish now to make sure that Alex Ronkovic doesn't overstep. I believe that was a yellow card for Alex Ronkovic very early in. Great move in the sled there by the top 3 teams. Almost changing over simultaneously. There we go. Ollie Russell and Charlie Bottrell in 4th. And where did Fricker and Nova just come from? They were like second last after the skier. Wow, look at that. Look at those, the names in the top 6 and that mix of experience, of world titles, of world records, and then rookies or newbies in the sport in the top 6 right now within 12 seconds.
And just watch here, you can see, like we touched on, stepping out the back of the box is the danger with the penalties. You can see Tim there, he's helping Alex, just tapping the back of his backs to make sure he doesn't move too far. And that's obviously super important if they have already had a warning as well. Oh, a little stumble there from Tim.
He just missed the rope and was in the backward movement already. But look at that. And we're hearing that Johnny Wynn and Graham Halliday got a red card.
Regaining their first place, but it's so close.
And the tables are almost turning in this race. Look at how close Willenberg and Versma are right now to Venish and Brankovic. But then again, they had almost gone past it. Now a really good lane by the German duo. But again, the top 4 going out. Russell and Bottrell, they're moving into 3rd. I never know if he's smiling.
Tim?
Yeah, I know, in this case, Alex.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah. 2:31 for Versma and Willenberg, but a 2:26 for Bottrell and Russell.
2 minutes and 33 seconds.
That is fast. Fast sled moving.
Yeah, it's great. That's great from them. You wouldn't necessarily put them down as the sled pull favourites here. Like there's not necessarily their strong point. So that's really impressive time from them.
And here we go, top 6. They were 12 seconds. They're now 26 seconds after the workout. And right now, Tim Venish, it's not as bad as the women, but we're seeing 3 penalties. 3 penalties handed out at the sled pull, and one of them is Ollie Fricker and Sean Noble. All right, here we go. Great, penalty trap number 2.
Yeah, very easy to get here, so you can see the judges are watching very closely, looking for the hand position, no more than 30 centimetres in front of their feet as they come down, and then also making sure they take off with parallel feet, so the jump needs to be with parallel feet.
So very different jump in here between the 2 of them.
The other point they'll be looking for as well, with the step up, when the feet come up, they can't pass the hands, and that can be very tempting to do there. You see, like, Tim brings it right up to his hand, but it's not allowed to go past.
He did get a penalty yesterday in the individuals at the burpees. I think there was a parallel, like a staggered stance. Oh, but it's incredible burpees we're seeing here from Alex Rankovic. He's going to go for the far jump. There you go. Pulls it off. And that really allows him to open up a little bit. Again, the communication with the coach. Is it one more lane up? How much do we have to do? They're really putting on a burpees performance right now, the 2 of them. They get a 2nd red card within basically 1 lane of burpees.
Wow.
Did somebody say drama?
Wow. That's going to hurt them really hard. 30 seconds penalty in a race that's this close. That could really hurt them. Now, I didn't see what they were doing wrong there, I must admit, whether it was before we came to them, but their hand placement looked good, their step-ups looked good.
And then you would look at the 208 from our Spanish dude that you did the deep dive on. A 208 looks impressive. They got not 1, not 2, not 3. They got 4 penalties on the burpees. That accumulates to 60 seconds on the burpees alone. What must go wrong? I'm sorry, that you get 4 penalties. At some point, you got to understand you're doing something wrong.
And that's where you can come into the race with a plan. You can say, like, we're going to do 500 each or 250 each or whatever. But as soon as you start to notice signs like that you're tiring, then that's when it's time to change over.
And look at that. I want to see what it looks like now that Tim, exactly, another transition there. So in a moment, let's see what the gap is. So the transition is about 30 meters that you lose, and we're almost back to the same gap that we had. It was more or less exactly 100 meters going into the into the row here, and it's pretty much in that vicinity, around 90 meters between the two of them. Alex Ronkovic and Tim Vinish getting ready. That's one last pull, if at all. 1,000, and off they go. I always wonder if one of or any of them actually sat out there and figured out when exactly they can stop. Like, where does it still make sense to let the meters run down, or where would it be faster to have one more full pull?
Yeah.
Alan Ploy and Jake Williamson, they need to keep it up.
Over the white line.
Yeah, you're right. It is easy to take your foot off the gas a little bit. Still feel like you're running very hard, but just losing vital seconds against those guys chasing you down.
This is the workout we've seen Jake Williamson go crazy every once in a while as well.
What you got? He nuts as Alex and Tim walk past you with the kettlebells.
But that was a really strong run this time around from Alex Ronkovic and Tim Vinish, with Alex Ronkovic taking the lead. They actually, the way it looks, they put 13 seconds into Veersma and Willenberg, and look at who's coming in. Jake Dearden and James Kelly. Ollie Russell, Charlie Bottrell, 48 seconds down, but they got a plus 30.
Yeah, make some noise. One lap, they've done it.
Clean set down off the kettlebells. And this is the teamwork. So they weren't happy with their last race they did, right? They just missed the world record, but they made strategic mistakes. The way one would finish the workout and then the other would probably lead the run and so on, especially coming out of the lunges. I think it was a mistake having Alex Ronkovic do the lunges. We've seen this at Worlds, how well it can play out with Tim doing the lunges last and the other person being fresh and being able to go harder. This is the supposedly weaker run that Alex says himself. He is in the last round when it's about really hurting themselves. Look at that. A change, a serious change out there might be coming up. We'll see. These are the times here off the workout. Veersma and Willenberg putting a serious effort into this workout. You gotta love Thierry Willenberg, right?
Big question is, like, you know, James Kelly and Jake Dearden, when you take into account those penalties for Charlie Bottrell and Ollie Russell, it's really Jake Dearden and James Kelly chasing down that third spot. They're 20 seconds off of third place at the moment. It's a big ask to make that up in these last two stations, and if they're going to do it, a large chunk is going to have to come on the lunges.
All right, our leaders into the Sandbag lunges. 2 more workouts to go. Clear instruction here from the referees. Oh, she's looking for the yellow card already. Look at that. There was the first verbal warning. Full extension is what's required on the way up. Another warning there. Tim Vinish got to be careful. The referee's got the trigger loaded, the yellow card loaded. And look at that pace. Again, that Alex Ronkovic is starting off with it. Tim Vinish firing up the crowds here in lane number 3. Jake Williamson and Alan Ploy. They're manifesting their third position right now in that first lap off the lunges. Great move in there. Oh, look at the extension. Just be careful. When you see the ref at the with the hands at the fanny pack, that's when you know something's up.
Yeah, that's when you want to be worried. Just watching Jake Williamson and Alan Ploy look like they're moving through these lunges really well. Alan Ploy at the moment just stepping through the lunges really nicely in that battle for third spot. Jake Williamson just taking it off him now, moving through as well. He's clearly feeling good. He's absolutely flying on those runs. And yeah, he moved through those lunges very quick as well. And you can see there, Ollie looked like he was struggling on some of those runs, but he's putting in a shift on these lunges.
Alex Ronkovic and Tim Vinish in the picture here, using the lunges to keep the gap on the Dutch duo of Thierry Willenberg and Hidde Wiersma. Consistent at 24 seconds. Look at that. Incredible movement from Williamson and Ploy in the picture right now. And Bottrell and Russell going 2:13 with, I mean, that was amazing what Charlie Bottrell did there.
Yeah, that was amazing. Good changeovers as well that they're doing. Yeah, I think that changeover where you get your head in and then just take it straight onto your shoulders is slightly more effective than taking it off and then picking it up and put it on your shoulders. I think they save some time on the changeovers compared to some of the other pairings.
Here we go, Tim Venish, the double world champion, and Alex Ronkovic coming in. And the Ronk is going to start off the wall balls. And I mean, it would require some serious drama in the wall balls now, considering it's almost impossible to get a time penalty. You get no reps there and you just keep going.
Yeah.
So they're not going to lose that amount of time. They were almost 3/4 of a run left ahead of the chasers on the way in now. With Wiersma and Willenberg, they managed to go past Ploy and Jake Williamson again. And that is giving Bottrell and Russell a theoretic chance to get close again. They're really good at the wall balls, but they have that 30-second penalty. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, it could be an excruciating 30 seconds for them standing there, knowing that potentially they could have booked a spot at the World Championships if it weren't for that.
But look at that incredible speed of Williamson and Ploy. They're only 4 reps down now, despite 4 no reps. So if they would have kept them clean, they would have already caught Wiersma and Willenberg. So they're moving a lot faster in the reps right now. So I'm just going to put it out there. Look at Kelly and Dearden. They came in with over 30 seconds down, but they've kept it clean so far, which means they're not that far off anymore. It's just Williamson and Ploy are going really fast, but they keep no repping in between. Lots of no reps now for Wiersma and Willenberg as well. They surrendered second place to Williamson and Ploy now. Alex Ronkovic, Tim Venish, they're getting ready to celebrate. It's going to be a second win for Alex Ronkovic on this weekend.
So look, Hidde Wiersma and Thierry Willenberg, they're essentially level almost with James Kelly and Jake Dearden now.
They're literally about to lose their ticket to the World Championship to Kelly and Dearden simply by keeping it clean. But here's your winners, Tim Venish and Alex Ronkovic. Oh, but drama is unfolding behind. Williamson and Ploy are doing the thing they need to do. But Wiersma and Willenberg allowed James Kelly and Jake Dearden to go by at the wall balls with 20 to go. A no rep now for the first time for Kelly and Dearden. Williamson and Ploy, they're going to bring it home now. There is no doubt about it. Bottrell and Russell, they got their 30 seconds. They're out of contention here. This is the last one for Williamson and Ploy. Second place and the ticket to the World Championship. And I can't believe it. It is going to be James Kelly and Jake Dearden. The Dutchies lost the ticket to the World Championship that looked so safe with poor execution at the wall balls with 12 no reps by now. Here go Kelly and Dearden, ticket punch going to the World Championship. Charlie Bottrell not happy at all with that penalty.
Thanks, team. Gentlemen, that was a spectacular job done. Talk me through that performance and how you strategized with your skill sets.
Yeah, so it was a really tough race against really strong athletes. Alex and I mean, we had a goal to win this major. We had pressure, but yeah, it was a perfect race for us. We motivate us, and yeah, we're just happy to get in the first place.
Alex, it's the perfect weekend. What an unbelievable way. The first perfect weekend we have in the history of our sport. 2 wins back-to-back, 2 tickets to the World Championships. Can you even sum that up?
It's crazy. It's like the perfect start of the season. Like we've done the job what we've came for. Like I qualified for Stockholm. Now we qualified for Stockholm for the doubles. So it's crazy. Like the competition what we have now is insane. Like the guys are crazy fast. They make us push even harder. Like we are helping each other, and I think that's really nice. That's really beautiful. That's why we love this sport. That's what we're here for. And other than that, like the race felt pretty nice. From my side, even better than 2 weeks ago in Maastricht. Like we just need to race more together. We get the feeling we have already a very good feeling like together. But I think like we can like gain a couple of seconds on some stations. And yeah, you can be really excited, looking forward to the next major races and also like to the World Championships in Stockholm.
Alan, Jake, unbelievable. A partnership that's going from strength to strength, and an unlikely one at that. Alan, what does it mean to book your ticket to Stockholm, first race of the season?
It means a lot. Nobody believes in us, but what is important, we believe it. So I'm very proud of us, very proud of Jake, and I can't believe it.
Jake, when I saw you a couple of days ago, we ran into each other in the lobby and you were like, we're ready. Where did the confidence come from in terms of what you guys have been doing in the off-season to lay down a performance like that?
I think the disappointments elsewhere in the singles helps. Like we both wanted to be in the solos yesterday. Alan was really close. He's got one more time and then I'm pretty sure he's going to be in it. And we just love this sport so much, and we work our arse off. Work our backsides off every single day.
I don't know if that was much better.
Yeah, every single day, and like obviously stuff goes on Instagram and we show the hard work, but no one really understands it apart from us guys to get to where we are. So yeah, it means a lot, and teamwork always makes it a little bit sweeter as well.
That is exactly what they said. JK, you were here, you were gunning for that ticket, but how deep did you have to dig to make it happen?
Oh man, Lauren, a doubles race is so different to a singles race, right? I personally find a doubles race so much harder than the singles race, but I couldn't have done that without Jakey boy tonight, and I got a feeling he was there for redemption, right? And Stockholm, here we come.
That's probably a good word, Jake, because yesterday must have been super tough on you, but off the back of all of your injuries and then yesterday's race, to come away knowing that you've secured a world championship in the doubles, it's pretty special.
Yeah, it's turned the worst weekend ever into the best weekend ever. You know, from coming dead last yesterday to, you know, managing to get our ticket today, I'm just super grateful to have an amazing partner. You know, in the JK just said, just stick with it. We were fifth, like the majority of the race, and he just said, just stick with it. We're in reach here. Something might happen, and we stuck with it. And at the end, it was just a couple of seconds in it, and we managed to get through. So yeah, just super grateful.
You guys are amazing, and it just goes to show what perseverance and belief in yourselves can do. So great team, and we can't wait to see you on the floor at the end of the year, and hopefully a few more in between.
That's right. Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, thank you to Hyrox as well for putting on this amazing event.
We've seen the drama unfold on the way to on the road to Stockholm. We've seen our qualifiers just lucking out. Versman, Willenberg, Bottrell and Russell, so much drama. Look at that. If they did not have that penalty, they would have gone through to the World Championship. So we're going to see them back. Sean Noble is back in a way, I want to say. Really close, didn't have the greatest individual race yesterday. And then in the men's, it really shows right now that experience seems to still be a fair bit stronger than the youth.
To the back, with my back, she moving mad. I got packs in my rap. I got packs in my rap. Packs in my rap. I got packs in my rap. From the block to the back, moving mad.